And welcome back to the Surrey Hill Smokers. Hey Gav, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate, not too bad.
So, we're not doing a cook video this week, I'm afraid, are we?
No.
But it is pretty exciting.
Oh, yes.
So what are we going to be doing?
Today, we're going to be actually talking about the new charcoal from BigK, the Binchotan charcoal. It's amazing.
Cool. So grab a drink, sit down, and enjoy the video. So here we go, the amazing Binchotan, and I will put along the bottom how you pronounce it, because there's a lot of different people saying it the wrong way, and some people doing it the right way, but we'll put it out phonetically at the bottom of the video now for you. So anyway, this Binchotan charcoal is phenomenal. It's not like any other normal charcoal. It's very, it's not dense, but it's very, the way they produce it is very different to normal charcoal. When you light this, you saw it. We did it in our Buffalo Wings video, and Gavin was watching it in the chimney starter. And first of all, it started really quickly. A couple of BigK woodies underneath of the chimney, and I did a whole chimney. And in fact, the whole chimney was too much, I think. Yeah. It burns really hot. But yeah, it's a very different. So when we were lighting it, you were witnessing.
Yeah, I mean,
any comments on that?
Yeah, it was actually really strange. Where usually we have a chimney starter full of charcoal, and you suddenly see a flame coming through the middle and start just heating the whole thing up. It didn't do that. It literally started just glowing, and then just slowly worked its way up. There was almost like there was no flame,
and there was no
smoke.
And there was, that was the other thing I was going to say. For areas where you've got smoke control, or you're living on a estate where they don't like charcoal, you could probably get away with this because it didn't produce any smoke or smell. No. Now, it's not a charcoal that will give any flavour to the food. It burns very hot. It's very good for cooking over. The thing is, again, with BigK, you're not always going to get the big lumps. You're going to get some of the smaller lumps, but don't be put off by that because they still burn really well. And it's still charcoal, and it still works really well. We see a lot of people complaining about small shrapnel. Yes, now if it's dust, that's a problem. And we'd always say, if you have a problem with a BigK product like that, just give them a shout. Give them a shout directly. They are really great guys, and they will look after their customers. But the interesting thing about this is when you tap it together, and we'll try and get a good audio clip of this, is it's got like a hollow sound. It's so hard, and the way they made it, it's insane, and it's not particularly messy either, which is the other thing, and it comes in a really great box. So yeah, it's a really good thing. Now, Gav, you were here when we did the wings, and the cooking on it was quite phenomenal, wasn't it? Yeah,
I mean,
it was ridiculous, quite frankly.
Literally, came walking in with the chimney starter, and I could feel the glow of the heat from about 4 foot away.
Yeah.
By the time he actually got it to the actual grill, I mean, we started up the oil. I
put the skillet of oil on it, and literally within 10 minutes, it was over 200 degrees C, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. But it was damned hot, and I think I said in the video, we need to get on with this because we're going to end up with an oil fire because it was heating up so quickly on that coal, and it burnt really well. The other interesting thing was when I shut all the buffers down on the Tepro barbecue, it actually went out quite quickly, but I got left with a lot there. So you can actually, again, it may be a smaller box than the usual bags. I mean, it's still a 10 kg box, I believe. Yes, 10 kgs. So it's still quite a lot of charcoal in there, and it's in a bag, and it's all nice. But actually, you get double the amount out of it because if you're not going to, if you shut everything down, it will smother itself and go out, and then you can relight it again. Which, by the way, it does really easily. So for doing things like steaks or a longer cook where you need a bit of heat, absolutely ideal for that. I think it would probably work quite well in the OK Joe as well as the pizza oven, but on normal barbecues, and I think those tabletop hibachi grills would work really well where you cook it on the table.
Intense high heat.
I'm not saying cook barbecues in the house because that might be a bit different, but if you're doing something outside, and be careful because it is still a fire product, it works so well. But it's taken me, I'm sort of speechless by it. It's just so good. So anyway, if you want to have a look at this, we'll put a link to BigK's site. It will be up there. But from our point of view, I can't see any negatives apart from don't use too much because it gets too hot. But that's about it, really. I don't know if you've got any more you want to add about it. I mean,
let's be honest, it's versatile.
Yes.
I mean, it may look like it's designed for an hibachi grill specifically, but you could use it for so much more.
But for the hibachi, that's where these little,
the
smaller
little
parts are, will come in handy, because you don't want big logs in there, whereas the barbecue you probably would. So
even if you've just got like a mini little portable barbecue, those little tiny bits, always keep those to one side. Use them for those sort of things.
Exactly.
Looks a treat.
If you smother it up, it goes out, and then you can reuse what's left over, which is knock the ash off, and away you go. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll be bringing you, as you say, more content all the time. We'll put a link up here or somewhere along the top to the Hot Wings video where you see us cooking on this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's phenomenal. So get yourself over to the BigK website, check it out. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Look after yourselves and take care.